We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Bravo!
Now Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Yellow. Check. No. Get ready.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. First down, here's the run with Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 2nd down, it's Cook.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Charlie. Mike Bart 9. Squeeze, double.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. Around the NFL, a little bit of a surprise update from Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Hands up, lead! 52, and watch the leg. Switch. Check, crunch. Hands up.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 20. Three-yard line.
Adrian Phillips on the stop. Taken down back at the 23-yard
line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the safety creep. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Nice. Here, fight.
Play action here with Dalton. It's complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. Looking deep downfield. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, go, 368. teasing Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. You. Kill. Tight dog. Kill. Heavy. Shit.
And it'll be Dalton again. That's caught by Ware. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A toss to Murray. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton. It's caught. Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Off the toss, this is Murray running right. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Move! 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Dalton. And he's got Lockett. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey. X3, 218, chopper.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Dalton now to pass. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Andy Dalton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
53. Watch the run. They're running it. Pick the edge, pick the edge.
So Dalton now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Dalton. And he's going to go down again. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Yellow. There's a line.
Tackles.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He's going to air it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Looking for Woods that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Slam.
Hey, yo, go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's Vegas.
Easy.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 52's the money. Check.
My 52.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Running on first down with Ware. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Motion. 52's the light. Watch that.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's got Smith here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Keep it up.
Passing, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sets up 4th down.
Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the ground.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, complete. Smith has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mahomes going to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they had planned for 2nd and 23. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the pressure gets to him again. Tyus Bowser. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Boy, that went straight out of bounds, and that will set the return team up. In the red zone already.
At the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
53 is mine. Come
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The open man is Westbrook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Murray. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. That was second down run for Murray. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Broncos, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head back home.